At this hour, state lawmakers still debating a proposal to redraw the state's congressional districts. It is part of a rare special session that would reshape the election just before the primary, changing when you vote for certain races and who represents you in Congress. Our Josie Frost joins us from the State House with those details.
Lawmakers debated for hours on Monday, and there's still hundreds of amendments to go. With early voting starting next week, they're racing against the clock to get this done.
One thing for sure, we're running right down on the last minute to try to get things done, to try to possibly have primaries in August.
State Election Commission Director Conway Belangia says if the state is going to meet certain federal guidelines, lawmakers have to act quickly, and they need to close filing by June 5th. The proposal would redraw the maps for 7 U.S. House races. We're one of several states doing it after a U.S. Supreme Court ruling narrowed parts of the Voting Rights Act.
There's a sense of urgency. Early voting starts next week. So it is obviously imperative that we kind of get something across the finish line over the next few days. Obviously, by the end of the week would be ideal.
The current bill would also push back the June primary for those 7 U.S. House races from June 9th to August 18th, even though those ballots are already printed and overseas absentee voters have already sent ballots back in. But the clock is ticking. On the second day of this special session on redistricting, Democrats put up hundreds of amendments, including one that would create a commission of citizens to debate redistricting, and another to force the group that created the map to disclose the data and background that they used.
Because many of us in this chamber look at redistricting as an opportunity for us to pick our voters versus the voters to pick us.
Those amendments were shot down, but they did slow down the bill. Lawmakers are typically under time limits on the House floor, but under the House rules, when it comes to debating redistricting, there is no limits, meaning they can stall the bill as long as they keep filing amendments. At this pace, the debate could stretch into next week when early voting starts. And once the bill is passed, the Election Commission would have to start over with a new election. That would mean a new filing period for those races and an entirely new election to prepare.
Yeah, we definitely have issues with, first of all, making sure that we have the sufficient number of poll workers and that the polling locations would be available. Schools will be in full force by the time we get into this August primary and potential September 1st runoff.
Now, the House still has several amendments to go through, and once it's passed by the House, it still needs approval from the Senate as well. Reporting at the State House, Josie Frost, News 19, WLTX.